The story begins with a truce agreed upon between the Scots and the English in February. However, despite the truce, the English forces start harassing and killing Scots by March. The tension escalates as King Edward I of England goes to Carlisle in April and calls a council to discuss ways to eliminate Scottish nobles. During this time, Aymer Valence devises a plot to lure Scottish nobles from Ayrshire to a barn in Ayr, where they would be killed as they enter one by one. The English council agrees to this plan, except for Percy, who decides to leave for Glasgow. Despite reservations about the audacity of the English summoning them during a truce, many Scots nobles prepared to attend a meeting in Ayr on June 18. Meanwhile, Sir William Wallace, who has been named Warden of Scotland, falls asleep in a church and has a significant dream. In this dream, he receives a sword, a wand, and a book, each with symbolic meanings related to his future actions in defence of Scotland. Wallace's uncle advises against attending the council, but Wallace prays in the church and returns home to prepare for the meeting. While Wallace goes to fetch a peace charter, his uncle, Ranald Crawford, heads to the barns in Ayr where he and many other Scottish nobles are ambushed and killed by the English. The bodies are left naked in the yard. Wallace's men, led by Robert Boyd, learn about the massacre from a barmaid and are advised to leave immediately. They vow to avenge the deaths of their kin. As the English Lord Arnulf sends men to pursue Wallace, a skirmish ensues, and Wallace and his men emerge victorious. They then learn about a vulnerable English camp in Ayr and take immediate action. They mark sleeping quarters, bar doors with willow sticks, and set the buildings on fire, leading to a massacre of all the Englishmen in Ayr. A friar named Drumlaw and his brethren join the attack as well. Wallace and his men then travel to Glasgow, where another meeting for Scottish nobles is taking place. They engage in a battle with the English forces led by Percy and Beck. Wallace's forces are triumphant, resulting in the death of Percy and many English soldiers. After the battle, Wallace and his men retreat to Dundaff, only to discover that many Scottish nobles have sworn fealty to Edward. They also learn that MacFadyen, with a large force, is causing devastation in Argyll. MacFadyen's forces, which include Irish warriors, rampage through Argyll, causing widespread death and destruction. In the midst of these challenges, Duncan of Lorne informs Earl Malcolm about MacFadyen's pursuit of Wallace. Earl Malcolm, along with John Graham and Richard Lundy, decides to join forces with Wallace. These events depict the immense challenges faced by William Wallace and his unwavering determination to resist English oppression during the Scottish Wars of Independence. The narrative highlights the brutal tactics used by both sides in this conflict, as well as the alliances formed in the face of adversity.